definitely feel you on that. So you definitely want to represent somebody and really had their career jumping off the way they wanted to.
Exactly.
Okay. So I know you're good friends with Diddy, and there's been rumors going around that he's planning to release his own television network, and allegedly it'd be like how MTV was back in the day. Has he ever come to you and asked, to be involved with some projects for that network he's producing?
No, I mean, well, at this point, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but Karmaloop.com also has their own network that they're building and preparing to launch. It's called Karmaloop TV. And it's pretty similar to what you just described. It really goes after that verge culture. It really goes after, people like us that, know about fashion, know about music, know about, what's in, know about what's not in. And it really taps into, our demographic and our market and our interest. And it does everything that we would want MTV to do, but even more so. And Karmaloop TV was actually going to launch the top of this year, but it's going to launch the top of next year.
Okay.
And I'm really involved with that network. I'll have my show will be the flagship show on the network. I'm involved on the creative end of it, behind the scenes as well as on camera. And additionally, now that that's been put on hold till next January, we're about to start Karmaloop Music Division. And the first project we're going to do is a Karmaloop compilation, and the first single we have is me, Rick Ross, Jim Jones, and possibly A$AP Rocky. And the music is going to reflect, that culture, the Karmaloop, culture.
I'm very familiar with Karmaloop. I didn't know they were releasing a TV show. A television.
Yeah, man, you're familiar. It's been in the works for about a year and a half now.
Okay, I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, dude.
So, what advice would you have for an up-and-coming DJ that would make them unique and basically be the level that you're on with your DJing?
Well, two things I would say. One is be the first you and not the second somebody else. But the other thing is, nowadays it's really all about the quality of work, and just with the internet, you can just saturate and win if you're good. Assuming that what you're putting out is good, you can just keep putting out a bunch of stuff, and everyone's going to find you and see it, and that's how you're going to grow in today's day.
Well, with being a huge DJ, a Grammy Nominated producer, a correspondent on E, did you ever think your career would be as successful as it is now when you first started out?
I never thought it would be as successful, but I never thought I'd fail either. So I think I have a different gauge of what success is to other people. And when I plan on doing something, it gets done. You'll never hear me say oh man, if only this person helped, or if this person didn't stop me, or that, because I don't even believe that exists. So I know this sounds kind of cheesy too, but I don't even acknowledge an obstacle. It's just figure out how to do it. So someone tells me we're not going to play a song on the radio. Okay, cool. I'll get my own radio show. If somebody says, we're not going to put your radio show on our station, okay, cool. I'll go find 10 more other stations to put it on. Someone says, we're not going to, use your beats. All right, cool. I'll perform on one of my own beats and put it out there. And then it'll end up getting picked up, Shut It Down by Pitbull. That was my record. I went and performed it in Cancun in front of Pitbull, then brought him to his hotel room and said, this record should be yours. And that's how that record happened. So, you just have to prove. It's you can tell people, hey, man, I'm an incredible painter. But until you actually paint that picture and put it right in their face, it doesn't matter. You talking means nothing in the world we live in. You have to, literally paint it, wrap it, put a bow in it, send it to them connected to an iPod. That iPod needs to say something nice on it. And, with a free pair of Beats by Dre connected to the iPod. That's just the world we live in now. You have to just wrap it up and show it, and you have to make it a no-brainer for people. you can't leave it to people's imagination to understand what your vision is. You have to already paint it for them.
I definitely feel you. That's how you gotta think it nowadays. You just gotta go out there and keep.
I mean, when I make a beat, dude, I don't just make a beat and pass it off. I make a beat, I come up with a concept, I write the lyrics, I write a video treatment, I come up with a whole marketing plan for it, from T-shirts to viral campaigns. Like, I give you a whole package. Here's how you record the song, here's how you put it out, here's how you go get it played, here's how you get people compelled to listen to it, here's how you get people involved to participate on a marketing point of view, here's how you get visuals for it. Like, that's, if you're not thinking like that, then you're just, like, so, like, late. You know what I hear every day is like, man, if only I could, like, even when people say to me, yo, man, if only you played my record, then I would be large. Or I need you to do this for me in order for me to win. Like, I never thought like that, ever. I never thought, oh, I need this person to do this for me, or I need that for me. Like, I didn't want people to do things for me when I was coming up. When I was coming up as a mixtape DJ, it would have been easy for me to hit up a popular mixtape DJ and say, yo, let's do a collaboration so I could try to steal his fans. But I didn't want to do that. Because, like, I own mixshit.com. It was the #1 mixtape site in the world. I could have asked any DJ to do anything for me, and they would have. But I'm not going to go to, like, a Clue and be like, yo, let's collaborate if I don't feel like I'm on Clue's level and I can bring just as much to the table as Clue can.
Right.
I don't want a handout, and I don't want a favor from somebody that is not warranted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So who is one artist you would love to make a record with that you haven't done yet?
So many, man. I wish I could bring Freddie Mercury back to life and work with him. Alive, Kanye West, because he's very experimental and he's open-minded to doing new stuff. Rivers Cuomo from Weezer.
Okay.
Who else can I talk about I'd love to work with? I mean, Gaga is awesome. I'd love to work on her next album, too. I'd love to work with Beyonce again. I think will.i.am's pretty talented. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't really. The people that I would, Elton John, the people that I would really, really like to work with are those, like, superstars that I'd probably never get the opportunity to work with. Or like an Elton John type, a Billy Joel. Or like, who knows, like, I'd make a record with him and it would never see the light of day, but it would just be awesome for me. The person that made me want to become a producer, finally got the opportunity to work with him, and that was Teddy Riley.
Oh, you just recently worked with him?
Yeah, I made a record with him, and what's crazy is he called me, and you know, I don't know how much you know about how, like, the business works on this end, but he could have literally said, all right, man, I'm going to say I produced this record, I'm going to just give you co-production. But he literally called me and said, yo, man, you're going to be the pilot of this. Like, I'll just be the co-producer on it because, you know, you really hit this home run. And then I was like, holy shit, Teddy Riley co-produced the record for me? Like, that's amazing. And then not only did he do that, a couple months later, he hits me and texts me like 3 in the morning, yo, it's Teddy Riley, can you call me? So I'm like Teddy Riley is, like, to me, is God. So for him to hit me at 3 in the morning, text me randomly, I'm like, is this a real text? So I end up saying, yeah, I can talk now. So we talk, and then he's like, yo, I just came back from Korea. I'm working with this huge group called Girls' Generation. They're like the Pussycat Dolls of all of Asia. They asked me, do I know anybody that could do a good remix to their song? And I told them they have to hire Clint Sparks. So, you know, I got that gig, and now that record's a huge record for them over there, and they got Snoop Dogg on it. So I produced a record for Girls' Generation featuring Snoop Dogg because of Teddy Riley.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about with the Girls' Generation. I've seen.
Yeah, it's like 27 girls in one group.
Yeah, I've seen them. They were on American Idol, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I see it literally, I'm not exaggerating. I think it's like an 11-girl group.
Oh wow.
Like when you look at the cover, you're like, yo, is this just like a picture of like mad Asian girls, or is this the actual group? And they all look the same. Like they all literally look like skinny porcelain Asian dolls.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know who you're talking about now. So before we wrap up this interview, is there any last minute words you want people to know? And
I don't me that, you know, from people that follow me on Twitter to people that hit me on Facebook and say something nice about, even if they just say something not nice, like, to me, for someone to even say anything is valuable to me. Because even if you hit me and say, "Yo, Sparks, I wasn't feeling blah, blah, blah," dope. I want to hear that too, because now I can go back and assess what I did that maybe I can do it better next time. You know what I mean? So, like, it really means a lot that people take the time out to acknowledge me or reach out to me or correspond with me. And it's funny because people seem to get excited sometimes if I respond to them or, you know, take a picture with them or whatever. It's like, I'm just as flattered and excited that, one, you want a picture with me, and two, you want to talk to me on Facebook or on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that there are people saying, like, "Oh, my God, I can't believe you responded." What do you mean? "Oh, my God, I can't believe you said something to me." We're both just humans. Right. So it really, really means a lot to me. And I know, like, some people may say that, but it really, really means a lot to me when people respond to me.
Okay. So can you shout out your Twitter, your Facebook, your official website, everything?
Yeah, ClintonSparks.com. On Twitter.com, it's @ClintonSparks. And then Facebook is Clinton Sparks or DJ Clinton Sparks. I have 2 pages. One's like an event fan page and one's kind of a personal page. But also I have my awesome mixtape too dropping in February. I have my single with me and Pitbull, Watch You, dropping in February. I have my second single. I have a band called America, which is UGHMERICA. It's said like America, but it's America. And we have our second single and video dropping, which is called Out of Town. Our first single was called No Swag. We got a video that's out for that, which is, we have a whole big movement, the whole No Swag Army, like all over the country, people wearing the shirts and representing the No Swag Army. So that whole movement is awesome, and that the whole meaning behind that is basically like, yo, if like learning to play an instrument while you're in school, or like doing your homework and being smart, or wanting to hang out with your parents, or not wanting to drink and drive is like no swag, then we have no swag. We don't subscribe to all that other bullshit. So that's basically what it comes down to. It's basically not falling into the peer pressure of what